So before the I'll put the nasheed for the break. I'll be talking about reflection. So I'll talk about a bit of reflection, what we should do, what it's about, and what should we do, and some examples of some things. So yeah, reflection. We reflect on everyday problems and situation all the time. What went well, what didn't, why, how do I feel about it? Reflection is a means of processing thoughts and feelings about an incident or a difficult day, and give us a chance to come to terms with our thoughts and feelings about it. So what are some we should think about? We should think about the experience that we had. So we don't always learn experience from our own. We should learn it from reflection. We can understand that some experience are not make sense, some are make sense. So you just have to find different ways. Standing back, so you need, when you're in an activity or a place that you don't know, you need to stand back and let others help you. Repetition, so repetition, just going over certain things in order to know what's happening through different people's points of views. And the last one is understanding and clarifying. So clarifying is just if you don't know, I'll give you an example for this one. So if I was I got an example. So as you know, people are going back to school, colleges and stuff like that. With my college, there was staggered returns, and I thought I was going back after Easter holidays officially. Well, it's still officially after Easter holidays, but my teacher, you call it, kind of gave us loads of information all at once, and I was just super confused and lost about what's happening. So then after the lesson, after some time, I emailed my teacher just to clarify, just to go through what's happening. I put some questions and she responds to the email with the answers, and my teacher said, "Oh, I can understand why you're confused and stuff like that. Thanks for the email, stuff like that." So it's just, if you don't know what's happening, then just email the person or just tell them what you're confused about, or yeah. And then understanding. So understanding is the reflection is basically understands and learning in your level, your personal level. So it's probably just being taught, or get into the practical side of to what you learn in the theory. You can use the knowledge that you know behind that and use it as a practical sense. I'm not sure it makes sense, but yeah. So what are some of the ways that you can do what are some of the ways we can use? So we can do zikr, so we can meditate. There's loads on the internet and on YouTube as well. I think one of my favorites, Sheikh Ahmed, he's one of my favorites. Zikr, which my auntie actually use every time when she's organised a gathering. She's one of them. Yeah. You can write if you got a book or something like that, where you write how you're feeling each day. You can tell a family member or someone you trust any if you have a problem or something's up your mind. You can go up to them, a counsel, your family member, a friend, and do something that you are comfortable and know that it's your activity where you can go and do your calmness, maybe singing, maybe drawing, maybe writing poetry, writing songs, or playing the drums or the daft drum. Those are just examples. And I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the reflection side. So inshallah now, which is hopefully, inshallah means hopefully, we'll be going on to like a nasheed break. The nod and the nasheed, it's kind of both in a way, this one. It's called Ya Nabi Salah Alayka. It's got 3 languages, Urdu, Arabic and English, if anyone was wondering. And I know there's lots of covers / tracks for this beautiful salah, Ya Nabi Salah Alayka. The one I'll be playing for you guys is from one of my friends that I know from Radio Dawn. Her name is Ahmed Hussein. She's got her own show. I believe it's every 2 Sundays, I think, which is called Ahmed's Hour on Radio Dawn 107.6 FM. And she's also the co-host of the Young Muslim Talent Show every Saturday 3 to 4 p.m, which I'm in that show as well. The Young Muslim Talent Show I'm in. And I will playing her beautiful first track. This is the first ever track that she released. And which is Ya Nabi Salah Alayka, with 3 languages, Urdu, Arabic and English. And inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned after the break, as I'll be doing a special interview. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's a special interview. And enjoy the nasheed break, and I'll see you after the break.
Ya Nabi, 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 salam alayka, Ya Rasul salam alayka, Ya Habib يروي بالهب قلبي هب خير رسل ربي من به يبسط دربي يا شفيعي يا رسول الله يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي يا نبي يا نبي يا نبي أيها المختار فينا زادنا الحب هنينا جئتنا بالخير دينا يا ختام المرسلين يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي يا نبي يا نبي يا نبي
Hola, assalamu alaikum, and hello to all my listeners. Welcome back to Daily with Nihmanah, with your host Nihmanah Ahmed, and inshallah, I hope you enjoyed that not on sheet, I don't know what you want to call it, of Ya Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi sang by Amna Deba Hussein, and as Amna TH. I'm gonna put her YouTube the link to the track that I played when I got time, as well as her YouTube channels and her Instagram as well, so you all should follow her as her videos amazing. I'm not putting promo in, but yeah, I decided to put promo in. And hope you guys enjoyed that. I know she released 5 tracks now, I think. I know she released a lyric video for one of her singles. I know that, so maybe that's why I'm confused. But yeah, inshallah, I hope you enjoy it and stuff like that. And yeah, so now I'll be so now this is the part you're probably wondering what's going on. So the next bit is going to be like an interview, where I interview someone that I knew for a while, but we hadn't really get to know properly, and we discuss a few things as well. Just letting you know, this was pre-recorded nearly a month ago, but because things happen, Allah's the greatest plan. This is my say. This is been my quote since March, that Allah is the greatest planner of all times. So we should even though we plan, Allah is the greatest planner. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the greatest planner of all times. So I'm gonna play you guys the interview that we did, and inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go on to the interview. So hey, Boshra, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So do you want to introduce yourself, do a little bit about you?
Yeah. My name is Boshra and I am a performer, creative. I have a YouTube channel where I interview influencers to raise awareness about certain topics. and entertain as well. What else do I do? I this is a hard question. I do quite a lot, so yeah, I think that's enough for now. And I met you at the Young Urban Arts open mic event.
So I'm a singer, songwriter, a bit of a dancer in a way, but I also people told me I'm like a bit performer somehow.
Mm.
I'm a YouTuber slash podcaster. I play the DAF as well. I'm basically a girl with many talents that calls to people.
Hey, hey, I see you, I see you. That's great.
Yeah. So how did you get into like the performing side? Like,
I've always been a performer since I was young, so yeah, I've always been like the person that likes to perform and like act and like present and stuff like that.
nice. If you have now I heard that you performed in the Nashida Con, Eid of the Neighbor, something like that.
Yeah, eat with the neighbors. Yeah, I
Do you want to
have.
talk about that?
Yeah, so how did you hear about it, by the way? Did you come?
I heard it from Amna Deba. We like,
All right, okay. So I performed at the Nasheed Eid with the Neighbors back in 2019. We went on a UK tour, which was absolutely amazing. It was so good. And my character was an Insta famous mother. I was very like, I was all about followers and makeup and looking good, but at the same time, um, yeah, that was me. But at the same time, I was very nice and I was really nice to my neighbors, and I always looked after them. And yeah,
that's awesome. Um, what do you want to be when like you grow up? Like in 5 years' time, what do you want to imagine yourself as?
so if in 5 years' time, good question. Um, 5 years' time, where would I want to be in 5 years' time? See, because to be honest with you, I've got a lot of goals. So it's like, which one am I going to pick? Which one I'm going to do? But my end goal is um, to to have my own show, to be a presenter. So obviously that won't happen in 5 years because, goals like that need hard work. So it's going to take decades and decades of hard work.
Yeah, that's actually one of my goals as well, to have my own show, and now that's why I created this podcast.
Yeah, you told me. That's great. That's amazing. We've got a lot in common.
Yeah, actually, talking about the podcast, um, the the idea behind this podcast is when I talked to when I was listening to Boris Johnson's first ever, I think it was the first ever briefing. I can't remember top of my head. It was back in, I think it was like in March, April time. I can't remember top of my head. And then I was just talking about how the schools are cancelled and like GCSEs are cancelled, stuff like that. And I was on the rant at the time on my Snapchat, and then one of my best friends like messaged me. He's like, "Why don't you just do a podcast and talk about how you feel and that?" And I was like, "Well, I've been thinking for a while." It's just like, yeah, that's what basically, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's how this podcast created, basically.
that's that's amazing. Is this your first episode or like do you have other podcasts that are out at the moment?
So this is the it is an episode. I think this is probably episode 30. I haven't really checked, to be honest. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, I think because I know one of them is a trailer of the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's like I just can't remember. I think this is probably episode 30 or episode 31. Don't quote me
Okay.
on that because I'm bad at memorizing sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Um, what else do you want to talk about?
um, what you been like up to, like.
Recently, well, today I've been very lazy. I've just been lying in bed on my phone, doing absolutely nothing. Um, I just got up to have like a shower to freshen up, and that's why I was like, oh, have this, let's do the podcast at like 5:30. Yeah, I've been very lazy, very unproductive.
Oh, for me, I just been chilling for most of the day, just, like listening
Mhm.
to videos and that, and then I went on the radio door for the Untitled show. Um,
So is that Amina's show?
she's actually the co-host of that show. Auntie Orphan's actually the main host of it, and then Armor's the co-host of it, but she wasn't on this week.
That's
Um,
amazing.
so yeah, and then I texted you, and yeah, that's practically my day so far.
That's great. That's amazing. Well, it sounds much like more fun than mine. It definitely sounds more fun than mine because I've just been like in bed. Yeah, I think you can tell by my voice. Like I'm just so tired of doing nothing.
So how you feeling? Like, maybe tell the listeners out there. Maybe I don't know if you said how old you. You allowed to say that?
I'm 20, yeah.
You're 20. I thought you were like I don't know, 15 or something.
I've been getting that recently. I've been getting that a lot recently. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm 20. I'm 20.
Yeah, like to all the viewers are listening, by the way, I'm 17 before anyone asks.
How are you?
Yeah, like most people think I'm like I don't know 13 or something because of my height and that. That's why.
So much younger.
Yeah. But yeah, how? So are you doing like? Are you not in like uni or are you just like doing work based?
No, I took a gap year to work on my projects and like self-develop, but a minute ago I just told you that I've been very lazy today. I feel like lockdown has made it very hard for me to be as active as I can, but I'm trying. And I feel like that's very important for everyone to like try and be productive and not give up on life.
Yeah. Compared to me, like I don't even know what's happening for my college and that. Like
Why are
I'm
you studying?
I'm studying. At the moment, I'm studying cash, BTech early years education.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'm just waiting for more details from my college because my college is like being not slow about it. I think it's just my personal tutor not giving the info. That's for sure.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your course?
So I'm in year 12 at the moment. So I'm doing the level 2 of it because of my English. Basically I got a 3 in English, but I'm retaking that one this year. So that's why I'm doing level 2. It's just
That that's still good because like you're very close to getting a pass, so well done.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Where are you based? Where do you live?
What do you say?
Where are you based? Like where do you live? London,
Oh,
Manchester?
Nottingham.
Ah, like Amina. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So do you know Amina personally? Like, or have you just like followed her from, do you just follow her on Instagram and YouTube and all that?
I know her a bit personally. Like we do speak when we used to go to the studio before this lockdown. Like talking in there, and we sometimes just message each other on like numbers and that.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So you talked about how you want to have your own like TV, not TV, like your own talk show. Like, do you have any steps like come into that?
Oh, very good question. Yeah, I do. Um, well, I feel like it's very important for people to explore and not stick to the traditional route or path, which is going to college, going to uni, studying, I don't know, whatever you're going to study to achieve whatever goal you want to achieve. I feel like when it comes to the creative industry, you should like experiment and like, take a gap year, take two gap year. Like, I don't know, take 4 years off if you want and just go and explore different things. I feel like that's very important. So that's what I'm currently doing. And then, you know, um, I'm working on a few different projects. Again, that will help me to like explore different things, learn different things. That will help me like get into the industry. I work a lot. If you remember 5 minutes ago, I said, I took the year to develop myself. I feel like self-development is really important, and that can be like, reading books, watching documentaries. If you're not a book person, you've got documentaries, you've got, educational shows, by going out and meeting people that are that are more experienced than you. That's important as well, so you can learn from them. And working on yourself. For example, I do like a lot of public speaking. I try to do writing. I try to do a lot of different things just to develop my skills and like learn new skills as well.
That's awesome. Speaking about like all your skills and all that you've been doing now, which one out of those ranges of things that you love to do and now you did, or like your favorite?
My favorite thing to do. That's a very hard question. You're a very good interviewer.
Uh,
Um, da, 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 da. Hmm. Okay, let's talk about recently. Recently, I've
yeah,
been
let's do
into,
recently. Yeah, recently.
yeah. Recently, I've been into poetry, spoken word.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been, performing that on a lot of open mics online. I've been writing a few. So yeah, that has been my new thing right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And obviously, if in a year's time or two I'm not enjoying it anymore, I'm not going to force myself to do it. If that makes any sense, like I'm going to go on to the next thing that I enjoy doing. Um,
Yeah.
and I do a lot of different things. So that all how do I explain this? It always keeps me like entertained. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get bored easily from like doing one thing, because doing, for example, poetry, because I do public speaking, I do a bit of acting on the side, I do this, I do that. So yeah.
That's awesome. So, do you have like any advice to the people who might be listening that want to get in, like, I don't know, involved, or I don't
Mhm.
know, something like that, like spoken word, poetry?
Um, for the ones that want to get into like spoken word poetry, I'd say don't judge yourself when you're writing, and write freely without overthinking, and write it for yourself before you write it for other people. And make sure when you're writing it, you're not thinking of like just getting it out there. You're thinking about yourself first, and then afterwards, you're like, oh, you know what? I really like this. I'm gonna share it with the world. But if we're talking about, just being in the entertainment industry or the media industry, um, or in any industry really, you just need to like take the risk and be okay with failing. If you don't fail, you don't learn. And I know we've heard that quite a lot in our life, but if we think about it this way, okay, if you're not failing, it means you're not learning anything new. You're just repeating what you're good at, which means that you're not basically learning anything new. So therefore you can't fail. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're still in the same exact position as you were yesterday and the day before. And for us to grow and learn and to become stronger, we need to fail. We have to, except if you just want to have an average life. So yeah, failing is extremely important. We should always embrace failure and not be ashamed of it, because you're learning, and risk taker, being a risk taker is extremely important as well. Just taking the risks, and obviously not taking. I'm not gonna tell you guys to take crazy risks, but just like think about the risks that you're gonna take and be like, is it worth it or is it not? And if it's worth it, go for it. Do you know what I'm saying? And enjoy your time. Just enjoy what you're doing. Don't do it for the fame. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for anything else but to be happy and and get up in the morning with like excitement to do what you love doing.
That's like awesome advice on there from Boshra. Um, let's actually talk about the general lockdown. This lockdown thingy. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about like everything's reopening and how the Roma basically?
I'm very excited. I was actually talking to someone about this yesterday. I am super excited because I've got a lot of plans. I want to go and just, I just want to carry on with my projects. I want to meet people. I want to go to events. I love going to events. It's like I really enjoy doing that. I want to travel again. I want to leave this country because, I haven't left since November 2019. I went to France back then, and
Wow.
yeah, and like yeah, that was my last trip to France, and I'm just like, oh, I need to go out. I need to do something. I need to leave this country and just chill. But yeah, and most importantly, just carry on working on my projects because obviously lockdown has ruined everything for me. Um, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so my last trip, it was definitely 2019, that's for sure. I think when I went to, I think it's probably July, August time. That was my last trip when I went to Saudi Arabia for Hajj.
Oh, nice.
And
Really? That's amazing. That is
yeah,
so cool. Look at you. I want to go. I want to go so bad. I've never been before. You're a lucky one, you know?
yeah, I know loads of people have been saying that. Oh, you're so lucky you went in 2019 and that and stuff like that. Um,
Oh, that's so good. You know what? God loves you, babes. That's why.
yeah, we
Oh,
wanted to go back actually once the pandemic's like
yeah.
somehow, calm and that. Like not saying like, because I know recently people like have been going out because of this weather.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Literally, loads of people just like walking around and stuff like that. And I bet that everyone's just gonna go out by April 12th because I realized I was looking at the road map and April 12th when the restaurant's gonna open, it's like either the day of Ramadan or the day before Ramadan actually starts.
Yeah, just no, actually, I think it's 2 days into Ramadan. So the second day of Ramadan, they're gonna start opening all the restaurants, which is crazy.
I know, like I was like talking to my mate about it, like, and I was like asked her, "Oh, what do you think about the restaurants like opening stuff during Ramadan?" Like, "Oh yes, takeaway for doors and stuff like that." Stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably like half the time it's gonna be like takeaway, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool.
because in my family for iftars we have like a fruit bowl and then the water and then the dates and then
Yeah.
that's like our starter in a way, and then we pray the Maghrib, and then when we come back, we have like the main ones, like the actual starter, and then we have the main together in a way, and then after a bit, then we have a bit of dessert. That's basically our start off the time.
Really? Yeah, bless you.
Yeah,
That's great.
I was like what is your iftar like food wise?
Um, my iftar. So we I'm Libyan, so we have this Libyan dip called um the original name is sisa, but Arabs call it no, sorry, what was it again? No, the original name is atalmin. but Libyan Arabs call it a psisa. And basically, it's an amazing dip that I just had yesterday. It's so nice. So you have it with your dates. You dip it in your dates. Well, you dip your dates in that,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have milk, and then we get up and pray, and then we have more food. Obviously, it depends what my mom has made that day, but we have like I don't know. We have this thing called tagine and mbatta and pizza. We have pizza. We have soup, Libyan soup, and yeah.
Wow. That seems like a kind of hectic but yummy if there is, I forgot about the word that time.
Bless you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like everything's just get off my head for some reason today.
Bless you. I'm tired as well. Don't worry.
Yeah. Um. So these are the last two-ish questions that I've got for the talk thingy. So it's what is the one thing that if I had like something magical around me, what is the one thing that you would like to tell people about that you want to change for your future in a way? Like, what's the one thing you want to change in the future?
What's the one thing I want to change
So basically, what's the one thing that you like to change about your future?
about my future?
Yep.
Mm, that is a very deep question, you know. You're a very good interviewer, you know.
To be honest, this is probably I think the third interview I've done.
You're an amazing interviewer, I'll tell you that. You should carry on doing these stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to do. That's for sure.
You know what? There's a lot that I would change about the future. Um, I, okay, not to go really deep, but I don't want to sound political, and at the same time, I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to
I
talk.
know you meant, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to obviously talk a lot about myself and like, yeah. So it would be the way that people look at success. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so, because right, when you we people say, "Oh my God," right? So, a successful person or society's definition of success is having so much money in your account, being either famous or a doctor or a lawyer or an extremely successful businessman. But the real definition of success is to be happy. That's it.
Wow.
It's yeah.
That is very powerful in a way. Yeah, that's the word. So to wrap up this little talk, would you like to plug in any social medias or anything you want to tell the listener to follow?
You guys just support Naima. No, I'm not pronouncing it right, right? Am I pronouncing
Yeah, that's one of my nicknames to be honest, but it's Nihmanah. That's how you say it, but everyone call me Naima.
Namana? Sorry, Namana. Oh my God.
It's okay. Literally, loads of people call me with like crazy nicknames sometimes, like Nemo, Naimo, Nini. It's crazy. Let's just say that.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they should subscribe, follow, like, and all that. And my Instagram is BOSHRA_G. That's even my YouTube is the same thing, BOSHRA_G. TikTok, same thing. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And this conversation was really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this conversation. You know what I mean?
Oh, thanks.
You're such a good interviewer. You ask really good questions. I like how like all your questions are meaningful. And that's great.
Well, to be honest, I only had like 4 questions, and what you said, it makes me expand to more questions.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I liked about you, because like for you to become a good interviewer, you have to have these basic interview skills of, you know, if someone answers a certain answer and you find a question in that answer, if that makes any sense, and then you create a conversation. So it's like nice, flowing, natural. And that's what you were doing. And that's amazing. Well done.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, I'll see you next Friday on Zoom. Are you gonna be at the open mic?
Oh, yeah, I will. Sorry. I was a bit confused. Like, yeah, I will. Sorry.
Yeah, at the open mic. Yeah, girl. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you soon, girl. Thank you so much for having me.
It's okay.
Right, bye. See ya.
See ya. So that was an amazing interview with Sister Boshra. All her social medias will be down below in the description. Down below. Once I get time to sort it out, and once this is uploaded to all social medias, well, social platforms where you can find podcasts at, including YouTube, I'll sort that out. Yeah. So yeah, Jazakallah khair for listening as always. Make sure to tune into my make sure to listen to next week's episode as well. As well as all my episodes as always. Make sure to let me know what you think of it. It means the world. Well, not means the world. Like, any feedback, suggestions would be amazing, because then I can use those feedback to help improve the podcast. It makes sense. I'm lost with words today. I don't know what's up with me today. But yeah, Jazakallah khair for listening, and yeah, stay tuned as always, and until then, until next week, this is Nihmanah, Ahmed, aka Nihmanah Faye, as your host as always, and until next week, I'll see you guys later. Peace out for now. Bye.